Sarvebhyo Namo Namah. Today we'll discuss about a conceptual part. After its clarifications, it can help us for understanding the disease in a better way and to fix the treatment protocols which have a sense of application. So the topic is Asaya-Pakarsa. That is how it role in pathology and treatment. So here in the outset itself, I like to introduce the human systems. So the human systems physiology indicates that's a homeostasis. But from the beginning itself, I like to introduce the human systems is not stasis. It's the dynamic systems. And because it is dynamic systems, imagining Samyavastha is actually not correct. It's like Samyavastha is an imagination. It's not the practically observed. So the state of human body can be presented in Samyavastha or Vaisamyavastha. Vaisamyavastha takes place because of natural changes like climate, heat, day, night, etc. That's solved with the routine process of Dinacharya, etc. And Vaisamyavastha is termed as sometimes Vimargagamanam, Pratiloma Gati or Asaya-Pakarsa Gati itself. So the perfect diagnosis of Asaya-Pakarsa Gati can help us in early interventions or early treatment, and the early diagnosis is based upon the knowledge of Asaya-Pakarsa. So as it has told that our systems is a dynamic is maintained because of the dynamicity, and the science or math what is taught in our 12 science classes. There's a linear mathematics may not be such useful in our nonlinear systems. So nonlinear systems is represented here symbolically with the play seesaw. Every time there is a chances of Vaisamyata, or what will happen in the very next times may not be exactly figurized now. Therefore, briefly it is presented in terms of Prakruta Gati and Vikruta Gati. So the Prakruta Gati depends upon the normal movements of dosas in the healthy individuals, which varies according to the season, time, and does not influence to form disease, such as in terms of through the dosa gati, that is called as Prakruta dosa gati. And Vikruta dosa gati, which faces or react to the different variety of its quantity, quality, and placement, and even in a changes of the speed, the specific gravity, the contents what the dosage carrying, the contents with that with the individual dosage, and therefore the Vikruta gati passes through some stages. So in case of, if we will think in case of Agantuja dosas, that is initially fight with the resiliency power of the Dhatuj. So Dhatuj maintain that resiliency powers. Unless and until it will not fail in its resistance powers, it cannot take shelter in the systems. So even though it is told in the previous classes also, even though it is a Vikruta dosa, but it will not create the disease. So Vikruta gati can create disease. It will not wait sometimes. So due to the Nija and Agantuja Nidanas, dosas get visited, which moves from their place and impulse health of an individual. In such individuals, the season, time influence, and to manifest the complete pathology of the disease. And Nidana of Vikruta dosa gati are innumerable in numbers, starting from Asati Samjoga, Pragya Prada Parinama, Vega Dharana, Sotudushti, etc. So understandings of the dosa sthana gati becomes important to get the knowledge about the Asaya or Asaya-Pakarsa, and that become the background of planning the treatment. So Asaya-Pakarsa gati is the variety of Vikruta dosa gati. Now during that Vikruta dosa gati, the Vikruta dosa gati as early as possible should be catched, as early as possible should be intervened. So here is symbolic representations has kept about the Asaya-Pakarsa, how the persons in the number 1 standing very firmly and doing some asanas. But in the next stage, we are observing the black clouds is coming. So what is the black clouds? The black clouds is the normal Vata is a dravya, now become dosa. So Vata Pitta ka phal dravya, but now it become dosa because the black clouds symbolically represent the same things. Now why we are attacking on Vata dosa? This is again a question. Because there are some typical characteristics the Vata dosa have. The first and foremost characteristic is the Vata dosa is Achintya virya. So what is Achintya virya? Means we may not imagine exactly what Vata dosa can do in the very next moment. So it's the leader of leading leaders, or the king of all coach, or anything abnormality going happens into the systems. So it has the characteristics Ashukari, it is Vibhu, it is Vyapaka, all throughout the systems, all throughout the body, it shows its mischief characteristics, and it is independent. That's again one important characteristic. Because it is self-dependent, so it can do anything with its own power. So its own capacity is such an extent that it can sometimes take the normal dosas, taking and throwing somewhere in other places. And Vata dosa has worshipped as a Prabhu, Bhagavan Vishnu. So why this nomenclature has given us? Because little bit of derangement, little bit of attentions has drawn out from its care, then soon it provocated. And Dhatuksheya is the important reasons of provocating the Vata dosa, or the Marga Vardha Dhavarana way, or sometimes so Nidano it can provocate it. So because of all these reasons, or the movements, any variety of movements in the systems, either in the Prakruta Avastha or Vikruta Avastha, the Yogavahi characteristics, that it acquires the quality of the combined dosas. So वो किसी के साथ भी घुल मिल जाता है. So sometimes ये घुल मिल जाना भी very dangerous because it can hijacks the qualities of the combined dosas. So that way the Vata dosa has worshipped, or Vata dosa has its own sight or own importance in the Asaya Pakarsa Samprapti or Asaya Pakarsa concept. So we can see in the third point that how the provocated Vata dosa, such mischief characteristics in the dosa avastha, the dravya avastha, it take away that persons and throwing in other places. So this is the symbolic representations kept here to understand the different stages of Asaya Pakarsa. And if you go classically, Madhava Nidana and Charak Samhita. In Madhava Nidana, it is very clearly that word of Asaya Pakarsa given. And in Charak Samhita, Sutrasthana 17 chapters under the Prameha Samprapti, the Asaya Pakarsa, that how the Angsamsa Kalpana deranged and the Vata dosa take away the different body constituents, and through the basti it just evacuate out and become a cause of the Oja Meha or the Madhumeha, one variety of that. And the shloka has presented here, Prakrutistam Yada Pittam Marutah Slasmanakshaya. It is very clearly indicated the other than the Vata dosa are Prakruta Avastha. And Sthanat Adaya Gatresu Yatra Yatra Visarapati. So Yatra Yatra in the sense either it can case the Basa, either can do the Basa Meha. If it will do the Lasika Meha. If it will take away the Oja, then it will do the Oja Meha. So symptoms we can see Tada Vedasya Dahasa Tatra Tatra Namastitam. So there is Daha, but Pitta dosa has not provocated. Pitta is normal. Because it has taken from its own place and throwing it out some other places. So normal Pitta can do Daha. It's because of the Asaya Pakarsa. So how we can identify the Asaya Pakarsa? Or very briefly to say, हमें आशय पकर्सा बनाने के लिए शरीर के अंदर क्या क्या चाहिए, जैसे घर बनाने के लिए क्या क्या सामान चाहिए, ऐसा आशय पकर्सा शरीर के अंदर बनने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए, व्हाट आर द रिक्वायरमेंट्स इन द लैबोरेटरी, जैसे हम जाते हैं कोई एक्सपेरिमेंट करने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए. सो आशय पकर्सा शरीर के अंदर बनने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए. नंबर 1 द निश्चित मेकर वात दोष, वो चाहिए. सो वात दोष टू बी प्रोवोकेटेड. वात दोष इन ए प्रकोप अवस्था only can do the आशय पकर्सा. And second one, other dosa like pitta and kapha might be in the swasthana, might be in a swapramana. So that is the second criteria. And third essential criteria is the asaya itself. So asaya, that the place, the abode, the systems where the asaya pakarsa takes place, the things should be taken away. Now question comes, asaya and vata dosa, is there any embryological relationship? I always used to speak फर्स्ट ईयर के बच्चे जब पढ़ाई करने के लिए आते हैं BMS में, तुरंत हम हड्डी पकड़ा देते हैं और हड्डी पकड़ के एनाटॉमी सिखाने लगते हैं. Now that the times when we made our students insensitive to other systems. So to make them sensitive students or sensitive physicians, it is better to learn the embryological connectivity. So the Vata dosha itself, Vayu Mangsam Pesisu Asesha Asamantat Nivasam Krutva Hrudayadi Asayanam Sambhavati Utpattim Karoti. So Hrudaya, Amasa, Pakwasa, etc. the Asaya, that is only because of when Vayu enter into the Mangsas. That's the link. So as we can see, during full moon day, water level in the ocean increases, resembles to the increase of water level in other water resources. Similarly, any times in any site Vata dosha increased, it definitely increases the Vata in the Asaya, in any Asaya, and more to the Vata Asaya, that is Pakwasaya. So why I am smiling? That any disease have a link to the Vata dosha, and any Vata Prokopa have a link to the abnormalities of the Pakwasaya. That's because Pakwasaya Basti is the main site and Basti is the Ardha Chikitsa. So that's the link to understand. So all these are the different contents or ingredient to establish the Asaya Pakasaya in the systems. So there are different dosha gati. Before specifying the Asaya Pakasaya itself, there are different dosha gati. And the dosha gatis are like, one is Koshtha Sakha or Marmasti Sandhi gati. Second one, the Bruddhi Kshaya and Sthana gati. Or third one, Urdhva gati, Adho gati, or Tirya gati. And one important among them is Asaya Apakarsa gati. So from the word itself is very clear, Asaya plus Apakarsa. Asaya से जब अलग कर दिया जाएगा. And Asaya क्या क्या है? Vatasaya, Pitasaya, Kapasaya, all these are list of Asaya we all know. And when the dosha is taken away from the Asaya, throwing out somewhere, some other places, then it is a variety of Asaya Apakarsa. और वो करता कौन? Vata dosha करता है. तो Vata dosha कैसा है? So one figure has given here. There's the variety of mischief makers. So this pigeon is asking the questions. How to identify the mischief persons. So mischief persons have the different characteristics. It sometimes executed through body language. Sometimes you may not imagine but something will happen suddenly. So these all the different characteristics we can observe in the systems when Asaya Apakarsa variety of Samprati run. So what can happen in this Asaya Apakarsa? The Sthana, Gati and Karma, all three things will be changed. Or we can see the changes in the sthana of the doshas, we can see the speed of the doshas, we can see the changes in their characteristics or functional efficacy in the systems. But the three things about the doshas will change both in Vruddha dosha and also in the Asaya Apakarsa dosha. Therefore, to differentiate them कि ये Vruddha दोष से हुआ है या Asaya Apakarsa दोष से हुआ है, इसलिए हमें Asaya Apakarsa concept को हमें समझना है. But tricky thing is that we don't know how much time this Asaya Apakarsa Samprapti will continue. Depending upon the individual systems, this Asaya Apakarsa Samprapti can convert it into the Vruddha Samprapti. So soon it can convert or very little time gap it can convert. So sometimes confusion starts कि ये जो symptom दिख रहा है ये Vruddha दोष से हो रहा है या Asaya Apakarsa से हो रहा है. So अभी कभी हम लोग ऐसा सोचते हैं कि Asaya Apakarsa एक संप्राप्ति है जो सिर्फ क्लासरूम एजुकेशन में सीखने के लिए. No. So many times we can get in the patient also, and that's why it is essential to catch it as early as possible. So with that, a print I like to actually share. Print in the sense एक दिमाग में print बैठ जाना चाहिए कि जो right time right place में नहीं है वो Asaya Apakarsa है. और a simple example I will take a tenant and owner relationship. Owner ने घर को भाड़ा दिया, भाड़ा पड़ा रहा. वर्षों ओनर ने अब समझो उसको केयर बराबर नहीं लिया. The tenants can be an owner. So the tenant owner relationships. And similarly we can say एक residence मिला है और उसमें बहुत लंबा दिन रहने के बाद we become a resident. Either it's a permanent or slowly it become it's a temporary or slowly it become a permanent address. So why actually I become diverted. Our whole life sometimes ना हम इंसान ऐसा सोचते हैं कि ये जिंदगी बहुत परमानेंट है, बट आवर परमानेंट एड्रेस itself is a temporary address. तो थोड़ा सा मेरा दिमाग इधर हो गया. Anyhow, so this is the way how the Asaya Apakarsa can be a very simple cause or can be a permanent cause to many such diseases. So here is some steps we have to understand कि हमें क्यों चाहिए आशय प्रकृष्ट सीखा तो क्या फायदा हो जाएगा. So it can help us to differentiate the Buddha dosa and Asaya Prakrusta dosa. Second one, it's indicated that whether Sodhana Chikitsa is essential or not. Say it's a Asaya Prakrusta dosa and we have started the Sodhana Chikitsa. What will happen? It can create complications. It can derange the normalcy of the body. So if it is a Buddha dosa, Sodhana will work there. So if the Sodhana is not working in your given treatment, तो आप समझ जाना कि ये बुद्ध दोष नहीं था, आशय प्रकृष्ट दोष था. एंड आशय प्रकृष्ट दोष ऑल्सो हेल्प ए कंप्रीहेंसिव ट्रीटमेंट. मतलब अगर हम आशय प्रकृष्ट सीख जाएंगे तो हमारा ट्रीटमेंट जो है वो प्रिसाइज होगा और ट्रीटमेंट जो है वेरी कंफर्मेटरी होगा एंड डेफिनेटली विल बी ऑल्सो एबल टू गिव ए फास्टर मैनेजमेंट टू द पेशेंट. सो व्हाट आर द मैकेनिज्म टेक्स प्लेस in the Asaya Prakrusta Samprapti? The vitiated Vata dosa pulls the Pitta to the Pakwasaya, and Pakwasaya is a natural place where Vata dosa is a Sthanika dosa. Now, Pitta dosa at the Pakwasaya starts to show some actions. This is the initial stage, and if it is a long period, it can do some abnormal symptoms too. ठीक, ज्यादा दिन तो आपात भद्रा, ज्यादा दिन रह जाएगा तो it can create some mischief activity too. So here Pitta dosa is a Asaya Prakrusta dosa for Pakwasaya or Aganta dosa. It generally not belongs to Pitta dosa. The Asaya Prakrusta dosa, when left their original place, functional deficiency of them executed at their site. So the site from where it left, there is functional deficiency. The site where it reached, initially it will show the normal signs, but because it is the Vata sthana, so Vata Pitta mixed together symptoms can be. And if it's a long Samprapti, means 3 stages. First stage where it left, second stage where it lodged, third stage how many days it lodged in the Prakrusta area. Accordingly, the symptoms will vary. And symptoms varies, pathology varies, treatment also varies. So in severe pathology, that vitiated Vata dosa can take the normal Pitta or Kapha all throughout the body. That's the next pathology. So some way schematic presentations has kept here. Even Asaya Prakrusta dosas align to new place, but they remain normal. Similar dosas located in the site where they dislodged are to the Asaya Prakrusta dosas and increases their quality and quantity. For example, Asaya Prakrusta Pitta at Pakwasaya when added to the Sthanika Pitta. So Sthanika Pitta is there also in the Pakwasaya. Both mixed together, Pitta Vruddhi can take place in the next pathology what I told. And it could be understood as an advanced pathology of Asaya Prakrusta. And here is a comparison I kept that is about the Madhava Nidana reference and compared to the Charaka Samhita by Charaka Nyasa commentary by Bhattacharya Harishchandra. So it looks like they are VS. No, Dosa Dushti is represented by Madhavakara and Bhattacharya Harishchandra not ready to listen, so not ready to receive that there is a Dosa Dushti. Because Bhattacharya Harishchandra stressing upon the initial pathology of Asaya Prakrusta and Madhavakara stressing upon the advanced stage of Asaya Prakrusta. That's why he has written Dosa Dushti. It means the further advanced stage has completed. That's why the Sthanika dosa, the Asaya Prakrusta dosa, both mixed together need a provocations. That's why it is Dosa Dushti. So that's the concept of what is stressed under the Madhava Nidana. And Bhattacharya Harishchandra is stressing to the initial pathology of Asaya Prakrusta. So he has written all the normal characteristics of the dosa itself. This is just simply differentiations. That's because I kept this slide. And he is a small child given for the painting purposes. All the colors he has painted himself. It means the right place is not maintained. So because not right place, so that same activity is a mischief activity. So Vata dosa can do. So in the Dravya Avastha, it will not do that. When we say Vata dosa, that is left is Dravyatva. So when it left is Dravyatva, it can do all this mischief activity. And that mischief activity can be by the one dosa, or in a further grievous pathology, it could be again by the all three dosas. So three dosas again from the Paratantra variety of Samprapti or Swatantra variety of Samprapti. If it is a Paratantra variety of Samprapti, one dosa provocated, next provocated the other two dosas. And say in a Swatantra variety, all three dosa individually provocated. So the grievousity depends upon such respective pathology. So in a multi-system involvement disease, we say MIS. So in case of multi-system inflammatory syndromes, the all three dosas might be by the Paratantra Swatantra Samprapti provocated. तो वो क्या हो जाएगा, एक complex mix or a complex mischief makers are there. So mischief makers initially was one. Here it is executed. That's only one dosage is mischief makers. Here the multiple dosage are becoming mischief makers, and those characteristics now spreading the deeper tissue too. So here to execute the multiple numbers of mischief makers, we can take examples. ये 2-4 बच्चों को एक दिन घर में छोड़ दो, माँ बाप कोई नहीं है, तो वो लोग जो मर्जी करो ऐसा फ्रीडम दे दिया जाए. So what will happens? You may take 1 year to resettle them. So this is the mischief characteristics when multiple dosas are involved. And here is a try has given. It is all available in the textbook and all. That is how Vimargagamana, Asayapakasa and Pratilomagati looks like similar, but still they are different, and they are different stages of pathology. So Vimargagamana is like we are routinely going through one way, but on that day, say on this day, there is a big obstructions. So if a person is in a hurry, he will definitely not fight there. He will catch his own sight and he will go to the target with another route. So that's a Vimargagamana. So going through the another route, he can behave some way. His normal characteristics may be executed there, but not in right site, or the wrong site. So right time might be, but in a wrong site, then the pathology is possible. And Asayapakasa is a running topic. We will discuss something more aspects. And Pratilomagati in the sense, most of the times it comes under the Charaksankhya Chikitsanam 28. That is Udavarta Samprapti. So Pratilomagati, that in a reverse pathology. So reverse pathology in the reverse dosagati. So say Apana Gati, we know Apana is the Gati downward. Now if there is some Koষ্ඨkaఠinyata or Nibandhata is there, then Apana Vata deranged first. Then it cases the Samana Vata. So it might be Apana Samana Dushti. And if the pathology is not corrected slowly, it can be a Samana Prana Dushti, Prana Vyana Dushti. So all comes under the Avarana Samprapti too. So the next slide is kept like Avarana and Gata Vatatva. So this Gata Vatatva, that is Vata Dosa Gata, it looks like. But I have tried to put the concepts, that is Dhatus structurally deranged and receives those speed and characteristics, the contents of Vata dosa. Vata dosa carrying some other dosas, so it carries that contents, and that way the Gatatva takes place. And next one disease has kept here, that is say the Amlapitta. So Amlapitta is a disease kept here to understand the applicability of Asayapakasa. That is, if we are giving the Pitta Sama Chikitsa in case of Amlapitta and it is responding to the treatment, we should assess that there was a Pitta Bruddhi. If it is not responding, it means it was not the Pitta Bruddhi, the Vata get vitiated and doing the Asayapakasa dosa, and therefore it is creating or presenting the problems. The same things we can also analyze in case of Sakhasrita Kamala. So Sakhasrita Kamala establishes in the systems because of Ruksha, Sita, Guru, Swatu, Arasevanans or Vyayama, that is wrong way, and Vegadharana. So independently it vitiates the Kapha and Vata. So once Kapha vitiated, it obstructs the Marga of the Pitta. And when the Marga of Pitta dosa just obstructed, then the Pratipita Vata drives the normal Pitta not in the right way to the Anabhasrutas, but to the whole body. That's why the Tochadi discoloration starts and Mala get. So at one times there is yellowish discoloration in the Tocha, but Tila Pishta Neva in the Varja. So this is because of the Asayapakasa. So the Gati to be corrected, Dasa and Disa of the Vata dosa to be corrected. So when that will happen, then there is a treatment of the Sakhasrita Kamala. So diagnosis of Asayapakasa dosa to fix the treatment protocols. That's why it is essential to understand the Dasa and Disa of the Gati of Vata dosa. So though the Lakshana like Netra, Tvak, Pitata, Pita Lakshana is seen there, लेकिन पित्त सामक चिकित्सा नहीं चाहिए. Means by giving the Vata Saman Chikitsa, by opening the Marga, there is through the Vata Saman Chikitsa or the Kapha Chikitsa, we can treat the Pitta Dosa Chikitsa. That's because after Pandu Kamala comes. So question comes कि शीत रक्तक्षय में शीत सेवन का इच्छा क्यों होता है? इट इज बिकॉज द नेक्स्ट धातु रस से रक्त बनेगा। अभी रसांश जो रक्त को आया है वो रसांश को क्या चाहिए, उसमें जो रक्तांश है वही जाएगा नेक्स्ट धातु को। सो रक्तांश जो है पित्त है और रक्तांश पित्त वर्गीय होने के कारण उसको शीत कामिता हो रहा है। सो ये जो सारे पैथोलॉजी है ये छोटे छोटे पैथोलॉजी को हमको लिंक करना है। इफ यू डीलिंग दोस थिंग्स देन वी कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड द थिंग्स। सो हियर इवन दैट इज अ पित्तज व्याधि व पित्त समान चिकित्सा इज नॉट नेसेसरी, दैट्स नेसेसरी टू गिव द कफ समान चिकित्सा और वात समान चिकित्सा, and that will help for the draining of bilirubins in its right directions. The next example has taken here, that is the Vatatisara. So why Vatatisara? The Nidana Sevana, and because of the Nidana Sevana, Vata Prokopa takes place, the Ragnimandya, and when the Ragnimandya, then the Udaka or the Jalangsa in the intestines increases. So Vata drives the Mutra and Sweda from their place to the Purisasaya. And why this accumulation of water takes place? Some reasons has given here. The sugar, alcohol includes the xylitol, mannitol, sorbitol, etc. And these all have a laxative effects. And the diet, the beverages, the alcohol, etc. Those soaks the water from the intestinal walls, and that way it increases the water content in the stools. That is a reason for the diarrhea and loose motion. So those variety of food soon can establish as the pathology of diarrhea. And some other reasons like the coffee, also very strong reasons to do the coffee's acidity, and a cause of producing more bile, and more bile that is which can cause the loose motion too. From the Ayurvedic classics, these are the Nidana, that is due to Ruksha, Alpa, Pramitasana, Vegadharana, Adhika, Vata dosa, or the Atapa Sevana, etc. Can cause the Vata Prokopa and hampers the Agni or vitiating the Agni. Doing the Agni Mandya, the Jaliyangsa is not properly metabolized, get deposited inside the intestines, and that is leading to the Jaliya Vruddhi in the body and cause of the Vatatisara itself. And in case of Vataja Prameha, this Asaya Pakarsa Gati, written in the Sutra Standa 7, that is Kyantasirasya chapters, the Nidana Sevana vitiated the Kapha and Pitta and Medan Mangsa, obstruct the normal pathway of Vata, vitiated Vata, carries the Vata, Lasika, Majjar, Oja, depending upon the particular tissue what it carries, the varieties of Prameha will be. Either it's a Vasa Prameha, it's a Lasika Prameha, it's a Majja Prameha, Majameha, or it's a Ojameha. So Ojameha leads to the Madhumeha itself. There is one another slide I kept separately for the Madhumeha too. So the next disease here I tried to present the Asaya Pakalsa Gati, that is Sita Pitta. So Sita Pitta is a disease we all know because of the Ama Pitta itself left its own place. So Nidana Sevana, the Sita Maruta Sevana. Sita Maruta in a sense early morning the breeze air. So the person should initially, or the person's own system, own body, own tissue, and the physical constituents already past the resiliency, already past the resistance, and exposed to the breeze air. It is not the breeze air will create Sita Pitta to every people. To few people it do. Why it do? That reason is the resiliency of the dhatus lost. So initially, it's actually I discussed in some other lecture too, that initially the body systems, the dhatu, the physical constitution of our body do continue with the fighting the morbid entity. But time comes that resiliency lost. So when bhuya hetu pratikshanam, so bhuya hetu like breeze or the cold breeze comes, then the body react to the deposited metabolites. And those deposited metabolites, that is the kapha dushti and vata prokopa. So both mixed together, the vata drives the pitta to the tvacha, and that leading towards the itchings. और वो ईचिंग ऐसा रहता है, I kept one slide, that is itching is like a temporary complaints. So all of a sudden it comes, पेशेंट डॉक्टर तक पहुंचने तक उसका खुजली बंद हो जाता है, दिखाने लायक भी नहीं रहता है, रैशेस नॉर्मल स्किन जैसे हो जाता है. सो द टर्म इज लाइक इट्स बिकॉज ऑफ आशया फंक्शन नॉर्मल पित्त नाउ रीचिंग टू द और द एक्सपोज कोल्ड ब्रीज डूइंग दैट वेराइटी, और दैट इज लाइक राशि मेला में सब लोग जाते हैं, मेला फिनिश होता है, फिर सब लोग भूल जाते हैं, सब पैथोलॉजी ब्रेक हो जाता है. एंड सिमिलरली हियर if there is a pitta vruddhi or that variety of complaints patient repeatedly suffering since 6 months or 1 year, वो सुबह सुबह अर्ली मॉर्निंग में वॉकिंग में जाता है, खुजली होता है, भूल जाता है। ऐसा समझो 6 महीना 1 बरस से उसको हुआ है। इट मीन्स आशयापकर्ष नाउ कन्वर्टेड इनटू द पित्त वृद्धि अवस्था। सो पित्त वृद्धि इज देयर, then the pathology is become a somewhat permanent, somewhat grievous, so that can able to create a complex presentations. So वहां वो खुजली होगा चला जाएगा ऐसा नहीं. So it is not like a उधर variety of conditions. It now establishes. So वो physician तक भी जाएगा, physician medicine तक भी टिकेगा, and it may need multiple numbers of interventions. सिर्फ ओरल मेडिकेशन काफी नहीं होगा, कभी कभी हम उसको शोधन चिकित्सा भी देना पड़ता है. So here for the Sita Pitta itself, the classical reference that Madhavkara gave detail regarding the Nidana Panchaka of Sita Pitta, because it might be because of prevalency, or it might be because Madhavkara has given more focus on the Asayapakasa. He stated that vitiated Vata due to the Sita Maruta Sevana, the cold weather or exposure to the cold wind, etc., take the kapha and get mixed with the Pitta further, means either kapha or kapha mixed with the Pitta, that is kapha Pitta both. Further kapha or Vata along with the Pitta spreads all over the body, results the disease. And the next disease to understand the Asayapakasa gati, there is the Baddha Gudodara. So in conditions of Baddha Gudodara, what happens? There will be avarodha in the Pakwasaya by the food particles, stones, hair, or sometimes the deposited metabolites at the Garabhisa cells. This avarodha will vitiate the Vata and it carries the mala from its sthana to the anya sthana. Here Vata chup nahi rehne wala hai. In further, Vata again dry up the content of that macrophagic morbid content, और वो ऐसा करके हार्डनेस भी क्रिएट कर सकता है. So because of the hardness, because the avarodha, the dosa gati deranged. So the pratiloma dosa gati can show the symptoms in आमाशय. So कभी कभी बद्ध उदोदर में पेशेंट को मल दुर्गंध आएगा निश्वास प्रश्वास में. So this is the way that things takes place. Even in Krimi Samprapti also we can see roundworm infestations takes place in the Annavasrotas. But to hedges the eggs, roundworm travel to the respiratory systems. So it hedges the eggs there in the respiratory system. That's why the patient had the kasa. So कितने भी कफ दे दो, कासग्न चिकित्सा दे दीजिए, वो फायदा नहीं देगा. That's called as blood flow syndromes. So there it is essential to give the कृमिगन चिकित्सा along with the कासग्न चिकित्सा. So it is the apakrushta dosa from one system to other systems, and the symptoms might be because of one individual systems or multiple systems, depending upon the course of pathology. So according to our principle of management will be varied. And schematically the Baddha Gudodara has presented here the Pakwasaya, where Vata avarodha by the food, stone or hair, etc., that is leading towards the sthana samsraya, or the sthana is get deranged. And if deranged sthana then can interfere in the gati of Vata dosa, that interference can present the symptoms not to that local area, even to the area far distant from this area of the Pakwasaya, that is the Amasaya. And Madhumeha already I have discussed earlier. Now question comes that whether this Asayapakasa is a karana of disease or something else too. So initially we will understand Asayapakasa is a karana. So the disease is diagnosed by assessing the involvement of dosa. That which dosa, if it's a Ruddhapatha Kamala, it's a Sakasita Kamala, now which dosa is involved here? So if you are able to catch the particular dosa involved behind the disease, then the diagnosis will be proper, and proper diagnosis can help the early breakdown of the Samprapti. So the presentation of Lakshana do not match to the pathogenesis. तो हमें समझ जाना चाहिए कि Asayapakasa है. Given medicine is not interfering in the the success of our treatment, समझ जाना चाहिए कि Asayapakasa. So Asayapakasa either could be a cause of future diseases. Asayapakasa, if involving for a long periods, could be a grievous pathology. Asayapakasa in a durbala sarira with a short durations can involve the multiple numbers of systems and can be a big disease is possible. So these all we have to apply the Dusyam Dosam Balam Kalam Analam Prakritim Bhayam etc. TNC apply terms and conditions to be applicable here. And then one thing that how it can help us to fix the treatment principles. As it has discussed that Vata Prasamana is a medicines essentials. When we will give the treatment for Vata Samana, then the Pitta Kapha अपने घर में पहुंच जाएगी. So recontrolling the mischief makers to subside Vata dosha by the Samana और शोधन चिकित्सा either by diet और मेडिसिन. और जैसे हमको सिखाया गया है औषधान विहारणम, so all the way we should do the Vata Samana. So आशय अपकृष्ट दोष स्थापना. नेक्स्ट टारगेट इज द अपकृष्ट दोष को लेके पुनः अपने जगह में बिठाना, पुनः मूसिका भव, सो अपने जगह में लेके पहुंचा देने का. So the dislodged pitta and kapha need to re-arrive for back to pavilions. It only possible by controlling the mischief makers Vata dosha. And here is an important issue I like to share that there are many such golden principles in the Ayurveda, but still we unable to catch that respect in the society. Still some things we are lacking, and therefore I keep this slide that knowledge systems is huge. We are really very competent than other sister sciences, but we are lacking in the skill development. We are lacking in our innovation model. We are lacking in our entrepreneurship development. So how we can take this concept of Asaya Pakarso and develop a skill management, or we can do some entrepreneurship development in such variety of small Ayurvedic concepts. So taking Asaya Pakarsa into that level, we have to innovate the different variety of biomarkers. So one biomarker concepts I kept in the next slide, that is the arterial natriuretic peptide, which produced from the myocytes of heart arteria and related to the response to the local wall stress. So the local wall in the arterial wall, the pressure itself reduces. So when the pressure reduces, then the blood pressure also reduces. Similarly, the BNP, that is brain natriuretic peptide, it is secreted in the heart ventricles. They induce the diuretic effects. So through the diuretic effect, the blood pressure reduces. So if yearly or as early as possible, we able to find out or catch the arterial natriuretic peptides or the brain natriuretic peptides, then it's an easy task to treat the blood pressures. Or further taking this concept for the innovations model of say some precursor cells. There are many precursor cells. So we will think to diagnose the hyperinsulinemia if we will able to see check the insulin receptor cells. So insulin receptor cell को पहले अगर कैच कर लिया तो हम जल्दी से जल्दी hyperinsulinemia को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं. से we are observing say acidity case, जल्दी से जल्दी हम पेप्सिनोजन का क्वांटिटी पकड़ पाएंगे. If we will able to quantify the pepsinogen in the systems, then soon we can see its reaction to the HCS and its reaction into the conversion of pepsins and its role in the whole pathology of acidity. Why not we can do these jobs? So now in futures we should work on these directions. So how we can find out the precursor cells, how we can label them, how we can find out the receptor cells, how we can measure different chemicals, how we can label those biomarkers. By knowing this Asaya Pakarsa Samprapti, we can find out this way, and our Ayurvedic management can be easy. So this is all about the Asaya Pakarsa. To wind up, some points I like to highlight. So first benefits of this today discussions is we should find out the differentiation in between Pitta Pakarsa and Pitta Bruddhi, or Kapha Pakarsa and Kapha Bruddhi. So Kapha Bruddhi Chikitsa is different, Kapha Apakarsa treatment is different. In case of Kapha Bruddhi, we need Kapha Samaka, Pitta Bruddhi, Pitta Samaka. But Kapha Apakarsa, Pitta Apakarsa, we need the treatment of the Vata dosha. These concepts should be very clear. So Asaya Pakarsa is not just a topic to discuss in the Nidana class. It is also an essentials in our OPD and IPD too. And second things, Upasaya and Anupasaya Chikitsa is fully depends upon the Asaya Pakarsa concept. So देने के बाद ठीक हो गया, ईयरली इंटरवेंशन हुआ, ठीक हो गया, तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि अभी वो बिगर संप्राप्ति को गया नहीं. So that is also essential. This is another extractions of this topic. And Asaya Pakarsa concepts help us for a easy treatment, for a simple treatment, for a single drug treatment procedures. And to avoid the bigger complications of ADR, we should learn more about the ASA and we should work more on it. And next things, for the diagnosis, so when upasaya anupasaya chikitsa or upasaya anupasaya pariksha methodology, it's a nidana methodology. So if we're able to apply it, then our diagnosis will be perfect. And our treatment durations can be minimized. So not only the fixation of treatment principles, we can minimize the treatment principles, we can minimize the list of medicine in our prescription papers. And my sincere request to all of you who are listening, please give some little more focus on the evaluations of different biomarkers involved behind simple as well as grievous diseases. So thank you to all of you by your kind listening.